that one out of the way. We'll get right into it. So, I'm Jeff, you don't know me. I picked the really fast, crazy songs to kick off with, just get my fingers warmed up, so. Alright, so I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. This is my friend Julia here on the bass. We started picking together recently, and excited to do that. I'm glad she could make it here. We're going to kick off here with a song I wrote called Run Johnny Run. I wrote this about like 10 years ago now. It was about a guy from Marion County, Kentucky named Johnny Boone, John Robert Boone, and him and some buddies of his had something called the Cornbread Mafia. And they were responsible for growing and distributing more marijuana than anybody ever has in the United States of America. And it's a great story. There's a few books about it, one in particular called The Cornbread Mafia by James Higdon. I recommend it. And basically I saw headlines about this fella when I was 19, and I wrote this song for him. He was on the run at the time. It's called Run Johnny Run. Lost my voice a little yesterday too, so here we go, singing high. Oh, where you, John Robert Boone. Oh, where you, John Robert Boone. A little too much heroic on the monitor. Well, you've run off once again. Oh, where you, John Robert Boone. Run, Johnny, run, run as fast as you can. Well, the cops coming after you. You are wanted man. I said, run, Johnny, run, run as fast as you can. Well, you've lost them before and you can do it again. Well, you're here, the Cornbread Mafia, moonshiner, son, and you don't know about nothing but trading what you've grown. Wanted by the feds, hell, they want you done, but we're all on your side, just run, Johnny, run. Well, you flow like a ghost and your footsteps can't be found. No tire tracks, no fingerprints, no murder, not sound. And the local sympathizing, now they've got your back, saying whatever they can say to keep you from being trapped. Yeah, your head's a Cornbread Mafia, moonshiner, son, and you don't know about nothing but trading what you've grown. Wanted by the pigs, hell, they want you done, but we're all on your side, so just run, Johnny, run. Just run, Johnny, run. Say we're all on your side, so just run, Johnny, run. God damn. Hey, thank you. Are we doing this? Is this happening? Man, it's so good to be here. What's the next one? Rockin' Downtown. Banjo Piggy. Yeah. It's so good to be here. I stopped by here, Bones place on the river. I don't know, it was a show last fall, I think, and I had some friends that were coming out from Indiana. The Hammer and the Hatchet, actually. Played earlier, round of applause for the Hammer and the Hatchet. They were coming out like, yo, you gotta come meet these folks down here. They're freaking awesome. And I was like, hell yeah, cool, I got nothing to do. There's a pandemic and stuff. I'm trying to hang outside with cool people. And so, came out, drove. That takes about an hour to get here, and had a great night. Met Billy, and we talked. And I was like, I gotta come play here sometime. And so she invited me to come play, and I'm real grateful to be a part of this with y'all. A lot of amazing music, a lot of amazing people. So props to Billy and everyone else that's been a part of making this happen. And yeah, I hope it keeps happening. It's such a beautiful place. Right on the river. Alright, we're gonna knock out our cover real quick. I'm gonna play a few new songs tonight, and a few that I wrote when I was on a trip out west last year. I just took a road trip to visit my brother in Seattle, and camped in all sorts of crazy places in Colorado and in Nevada, and drove my car up mountains and into ghost towns, and tried my best to not break down at the top of a mountain in Montana in a ghost town with no one around. But it'd be cool. It'd be a good story. I'd probably get a song out of it. And while I was out there, obviously still distraught over the news of the passing of the great John Prine, this one song of his kept clicking with me. It's called Rocky Mountain Time. So if you know the words, sing along. This is for John Prine. Rest in peace. Station was empty, trains were all gone. Reached in my pocket and waited for dawn. And the clock played drums, and I hummed the sax, and the wind whistled down the railroad tracks. Yeah, 3 for a quarter and 1 for a dime. I bet it's tomorrow by Rocky Mountain Time. Walked into the restaurant for something to do. Well, the waitress yelled at me, and so did the food. And the water tastes funny when you're far from your home, but it's only the thirsty that hunger to roam. And the clock played drums, and I hummed the sax, and the wind whistled down the railroad tracks. Yeah, 3 for a quarter and 1 for a dime. I'll bet it's tomorrow by Rocky Mountain Time. And we could build us a castle on Main Street, or we could act like we're down on the farm. We could hold up as long as we have to, and we could twist off each other's arms. Christ, I'm so mixed up and lonely, I can't even make friends with my brain. And I'm too young to be where I'm going, but I'm too old to go back again. Station was empty, trains were all gone. Reached in my pocket, waited for dawn. And the clock played drums, and I hummed the sax, and the wind whistled down the railroad tracks. Yeah, 3 for a quarter and 1 for a dime. I'll bet it's tomorrow by Rocky Mountain Time. Said I bet it's tomorrow by Rocky Mountain Time. Hey, thank you. Man, my guitar will not stay in tune. Yeah, John Prine. Yes. My favorite things about him, especially in that song, is his way of like noticing little things in his life to write about. The kind of thing that like anyone could be like, yeah, I've been sitting in a train station staring at the clock before, and just these like these really little details of like the water tastes funny when you're far from your home, but it's only the thirsty that hunger to roam. It's like, man, I know that feeling, being away from home. You're like, this water tastes like crap. Why does all this water taste like poop out here? We're doing in Florida. Shed better water than that. That's how it is, though. Anyhow, what are we doing next? Banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. All right, here we go. Oh, good. All right. Well, I got a little story for this one, too. So before all this crazy shit happened, I used to play a gig every Tuesday night in Newport, Kentucky at a place called Sis's on Monmouth. When I wasn't on the road, which is something I was often on tours between Truck Stop and my other band, the Tillers. And we were playing, every Tuesday I'd play this gig with the Northern Kentucky Bluegrass Band, and it's just like a bunch of folks that are a bit older than me, killer bluegrass musicians from the Cincinnati area, Northern Kentucky region. And it was just like, it kept me on my toes. Every Tuesday I was in town, I get to go play guitar and fiddle with this band. It was one of my favorite things. And they had a really great regular crowd of folks that were just there every week. And they didn't even care if we played the same set list every week, they'd be there. And this one guy, Paul, told me a story about a girlfriend he once had who was a really great banjo player, but the way he described it is that she also had a gnarly dip habit. And he really loved her banjo playing, but he didn't really appreciate her tobacco habit. And so it stuck around for a little bit, but then they broke up, and later on it makes for a great story, right? So I'm like, man, I'm gonna write a song about her. And I go home, and 2 weeks later I come back, and I got this song that I wrote for this lady, his old girlfriend, and I come up to Paul, and I'm like, hey Paul, I wrote a song for your girlfriend, your old girlfriend. And he was like, which girlfriend? And then his wife Peggy was sitting next to him, and she's like, which girlfriend, Paul? And then I was like, you know, the one with the banjo and the dip? And he was like, Joe, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, what do you mean? And then his wife Peggy's like, what is he talking about, Paul? And I was like, dude, you told me this story about this girlfriend you had who was a great banjo player, she had a different mouth. These are like really specific things I remember. And he was like, Joe, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, what is happening here? Like, is this because his wife's in front of him? I didn't think so. And I'm like, what do you mean, man? He's like, I don't know who told you that story, Joe, but it wasn't me. And so I was like, shit. I don't remember who told me this story then. I thought it was Paul. And so I have this song, and I don't know who I was supposed to give it to at that point. So if you know someone that fits the description, it's for them. It's called the Banjo Picking, Tobacco Spitting Gal. Well, she smells real good like TV dinner. She's always polite like you just met her. She don't believe it, Jesus says she knows better. She's my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. She gets high on apple pie, she'll brew up shine, that'll make you whine. She's a Renaissance woman with a nasty lip, my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Well, she rips a five with a lip full of dip, she'll pick fine, have you shaking your hips. She don't give a damn and she never will. She grows her on the back way up on the hill, and if you see her coming, don't be alarmed, it's hard to resist such a natural charm. She's big and strong, stands up straight, she's my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. She loves singing, y'all see it yourself. It's no everyday thing, how all that dipping don't get in the way. Don't fly her mouth, well I wish I could say, but Lord knows it's sight to see how she sings so in tune with so few teeth. Well, she calls it a scientific anomaly. She doesn't care, she's all about it. She's my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Well, she rips five with a lip full of dip. She'll pick some fine, have you shaking your hips. She don't give a damn and she never will. She goes on the back way up on the hill. She loves me good, loves me ragged. Don't want to say too much, don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I'll just leave it at that, my story about my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Hey, thank you. Cheers, everybody.